Hi, this is episode 20, the end of season 2, the season finale. And we may have a special guest, Lee Howard, maybe joining us.
Might not.
But he might not. If he doesn't, then we'll have him on in season 3.
Wrong. You're listening to episode 20, the season finale, so to speak, of season 2. Thanks for listening all these years. Your calls are important to us, and tell your mom I said hi.
So, Lee will be a special guest. All of our
He
guests
will only appear on the season finale, though, so they'll have to wait for 10 more episodes.
Maybe we could just have a little teaser if he shows up at the end. Mm-hmm. Coming next.
Hi, I'm Lee.
In season 3, you'll never believe where the kids are going. Yeah, so another special guest. All of our guests are special, though. I think podcast guests are a little like children. You just can't pick a favorite, or you shouldn't.
Oh, I just saw a text.
Oh.
We'll cut this part out. Okay, he says he's close. Well, we'll keep going. What?
He's close.
Phil, what are you drinking tonight?
Oh, he's starting his Mac up.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, a Dakota Soul. Well, beer.
Beer, yes, I remember that now.
On tonight's episode, John remembers beer.
I think it's made up mostly of North Dakota hops or something. I don't know. It's a nice, like I've said before, it's a nice balance. It's not too hoppy, and it's got some flavor. I like it.
In honor of Easter, you're having a hoppy.
It's not hoppy.
Hoppity?
No, it's bunny flavored.
Bunny flavor, made with real bunny.
Extra bunny. You?
Tonight I'm having some Weller Special Reserve Bourbon.
Weller Special Reserve Bourbon. Where's that from?
So this is another...
I unplugged myself.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, what?
This is another one of those Buffalo Trace family.
Oh, what was it again? Willie Hall?
W.L. Weller, which is kind of another one of those, you can trace its, Pappy Van Winkle origins stuff.
Oh, I bet I'd like it then. I like that.
It's a lot like Buffalo Trace, actually. It's very slightly lower in the pecking order.
Yeah.
I found this in Rapid City, and it was $22 maybe. I don't see this very often because I think it sells out quickly.
Speaking of selling out quickly, please let the boys know at Time to Lean if you'd like to hire them for your jingles or commercials or perhaps even hire them for your bar mitzvahs or funerals or other social gatherings. Thank you.
I've never seen it.
Eagle Rare does.
Now.
And yeah, Eagle Rare has gotten really tough.
It's all because we started talking about it on the podcast, John.
I know. Look what we've done. I kind of screwed myself over by talking about it. And now I can't find this stuff.
Well, they both liked it. It has to be good. I may not be able to keep up tonight. We're recording on a Monday, which is very unusual. In honor of
things are just messed up this week.
and later. In honor of our potential special guest.
Yes, he's a working man.
Yeah, well, it takes him a while to get home on the bus. Do you know where you're going to? Okay, let's have a sing-along. Just another manic Monday. I had that song stuck in my head today. It was kind of a manic Monday. Work is in an ultra busy phase.
Yeah, I bet you're in scheduling hell.
Well, no, it's not as bad as like just before fall, but
no. These people just wanting things all the time.
They want a lot more than we could give them, but
yeah, that's life.
I've developed a phrase called managing expectations.
You could give us
maybe
a session on it, like
a webinar.
A webinar, yes. Do a webinar on managing expectations.
Hi, I'm Phil Hunter, and today we'll be talking about managing expectations. I know they say the customer...
Keeping them low.
Right. Well, no, I do that, but... yeah, well, they say the customer is always right, but make sure they know what right is. No, I don't.
Yeah, right on.
Right on. It's time to lean. Oops. Why are we slipping to that? I don't think.
Yeah, most of this is going to get cut. I'm not too concerned.
Lucerne.
Lucerne, the Safeway brand of milk.
Is that still around? Maybe.
Yeah, I think it is.
I don't know. What do they have? What's the old go-to milk in Rapid City now? We're gonna talk about milk.
Rapid City milk. The one I remember that was not Safeway was Brown Swiss.
Oh, I know.
Them?
I remember this is somewhat interesting, at least in my head. But the milk cartons for Lucerne, however it's pronounced, we used to have a plastic holder that the half gallon sat in.
Yeah, keep going. I remember this too.
And it had a handle and stuff. Remember that?
I remember them. We didn't have one for some reason. I think my parents had a religious objection or something. But I do remember seeing them at other people's homes.
Maybe it didn't make much sense because it.
You know what? I'll bet it was one of those things. If you had your milk brought by a milkman or woman, maybe if you subscribed to enough deliveries, they gave you one. Kind of like your insurance agent would give you a giant calendar to put on your wall with his name on it.
Or how about a tool calendar with a sexy lady in a bikini holding power tools? That's my favorite. I don't get out much.
Oh yeah, if my mom was still alive, I could ask where she got it from. Maybe it was really old.
I'll bet it was a milk delivery perk.
Oh,
the Barneses had one of those, and they also had milk delivered. And they had this metal box on their porch that the milkman would leave stuff in.
Oh, yeah.
Remember those?
No, but we never had that. We never had milk delivery that I know of.
They were some of the cheapest people I ever knew. God bless them. But some reason they went for that.
Wait a minute. I seem to vaguely remember as a very small child a metal box out front. Mm-hmm. We couldn't have had milk delivery that
box,
late. No, I remember this now.
An insulated metal box that they would leave the milk in, so it would keep until you got home from your day in the fields.
Well, I wasn't out in the field. I've always been outstanding in my field.
Well, they were.
Yeah.
Poppies. No.
They were big on the opium. Barnes's brand opium.
Barnes's heroin farms. Brown Swiss Lucerne dope.
It came with a holder with a handle. You just pour it right in your mouth. Mm.
Well, let's see. So over the past weekend, since I'm now a owner of a large yard, I bought a riding lawnmower.
Yes, and you've been riding it all day.
I rode it to work.
to get to St. Paul. Ride it to a gig.
I'm gonna ride it along with my bass in a little trailer over to Mancini's on Wednesday night.
Hey there, you also slipped into where you'll be next week.
All right, come see us.
By the time
playing
this
a gig
gets
at Mancini's Charro House in St. Paul.
No, by the time this gets released, it'll be already done.
I was like, hey, you said that was like 4 weeks ago.
Well, you might be there again by then.
Mm-hmm. They did like us, and
you also ran into former St. Paul Mayor Chris Coleman.
That's right. Brush with fame. He came up and told us that we didn't suck.
Hey, you guys are creating jobs. Or something.
Support live music.
I wonder how long Lee's computer takes to start up.
We wait. We are bored. No. Don't protest. We are bored to death. There's no denying it. Good. A diversion comes along, and what do? We let it go to waste. Come. Let's get to work.
He did say it was old Mac.
Well, also he's got to check the.
I gave him a list.
Yeah, you give him a checklist.
Like the ones that the pilots, you have to walk around the outside of the airplane before you can take off. Check all the little probes.
Well, yeah, but you got to be really careful with those now.
Yeah, I
They
know.
might tell you to do a deep dive for no reason.
We don't do a deep dive on
deep
this
dive.
podcast.
No, because we just jumped to another subject. I guess we did a kind of a deep.
We do sudden topic changes.
We sort of did a deep dive on restrooms for some reason yesterday or last time.
I know. How's that going?
The edit? No.
Yeah.
It's on the toilet.
You don't have the Mercury in retrograde anymore.
No. I was outside quite a bit this weekend, though. That was nice.
It was nice. We actually put out some of our patio furniture and sat out outside.
Yeah.
It was so nice.
It was actually, at one point on Saturday, I felt hot, but I didn't want to complain because...
I came really close to turning on the air, but I didn't give in.
It's plenty cool now. So
No, now it's back to 40-something.
So your mother-in-law had her 80th.
Her 80th birthday was really fun.
I didn't realize she was that old. I thought MJ was kidding.
No, she is just turned 80.
Well, it happens.
She doesn't act like it.
I didn't think
except
she
for
was
the
80.
whole not much good anymore.
That song was for her birthday, and she didn't even know it.
She was very interested in giving us advice to take care of our yard and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
She bought us a bunch of tools.
Oh, good.
So that was nice of her, and it's like, oh, you gotta get one of these. These are really good. Or this little rake is great. And
yeah. No, you might end up liking some yard work as you get older. I don't know. I like it.
yeah, it's possible. I could put a poppy field back there.
Maybe just turn it into a wildflower
we're
meadow.
We've been half jokingly talking about, so Madeline and her boyfriend really want to get a camper.
Oh, there's room back there.
And we could have them park it there in the off season.
Yeah, right.
And I said, $50 a month.
That sounds
We'll
good.
just charge you rent for it.
Yeah.
I think actually the previous owner had something like that.
No,
there because
definitely.
There's a big bald spot.
They definitely had a couple recreational
Speaking
vehicles.
of bald spots, where's Lee?
The tears of the world are a constant quantity. For each one who begins to weep somewhere else, another stops. The same is true of the laugh. Let's not speak ill of our generation. It's not unhappier than its predecessors.
I don't. Does he have one? I do.
No, I didn't think he's part of a hairy family.
I think his dad's kind of bald.
Oh, you're right. Because it's the mother's side.
You're right.
Where you get that.
I think that's right. And his mom was not bald. I don't know anything about his other family.
No, that's about as much as I know too.
I mean, I don't know about whether or not his mother's side had baldness.
No, we'll add that to the topic list for season 5.
Well, by then we'll actually go back down to 3 listeners. Oh, they're still going.
3. And all the listeners are also guests.
Well, I think that's one way to make sure you have listeners.
Rob told me today. I think he's like 4 or 5 episodes behind.
I almost said the kids at work, Nick and Jessica, listen. They're not kids, so they're younger than I am, but I think they're still listening, and I think they are a little bit behind too, probably.
Behind the 8 ball.
The magic 8 ball of work.
That's how it is on this bitch of an earth.
Yeah. So I told you I got that electric bass fixed up.
Yeah.
That's great. And so I was kind of in that mode, and then I emailed this other guy who works on old electronics because I've got this reel-to-reel deck that I'd like to get restored because it needs work.
Yeah.
And so, I exchanged an email with him, and it's like, I think it'll, probably starts at $400, $500 or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do that.
Where's Lynn Hamlin?
Yeah, he would actually be able to do all this stuff. But, maybe if I spent tons of my own time and there's lots of stuff on the internet, I just don't want to do it.
No. Maybe when you're older, you'll need a new hobby.
Yeah. So who knows? I may still cave in and just have him restore the thing, but
well,
that was
it's cheaper than a new one, I guess.
There's no new ones. This particular one is from 1978.
Yeah, that isn't one that we used, is it?
No, this is a different one. That one's older.
Yeah.
This one used to be in my dad's office in the Central High band room.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that one's got a lot of use, probably.
Somewhat, yeah.
No?
It's still in. I mean, they just built them so well that I think it's worth putting money into. I just have to decide if I want to do that now.
Well, maybe you can get them to do an installment plan.
Yeah, I think you have to do a lot of labor and stuff.
We can't. We're waiting for Lee.
Not that
That's fair.
Yeah, I can only imagine the parts and stuff.
It's like having your car worked on, I guess.
But the parts are a lot smaller.
Yeah,
little tiny diodes or something and tubes.
And if it doesn't, if you mess something up, it doesn't kill you.
Well, maybe. You could get electrocuted.
Well, okay.
Bob Reel.
Bob, how did we switch to that?
Reel to reel?
Oh, Bob Reel. I'm a little bit slow.
No, I know. So am I. This is not going to be. I'm trying to get going. We're revving up.
We're revving up.
And then Lee will take a half hour to rev up when he gets on, and we're going to have to edit the hell out of this thing.
It's like, I got to go take a shit.
I haven't heard from him. So supposedly he's still firing up his Mac.
It's like me trying to eat my taco burger and... Well, I'm going to pour the rest of... I've got just a tiny bit left in this bottle, so I'm going to finish it.
Old Weller.
I
actually got
coyote catches you.
I actually got a lawnmower too. Not that we need to talk about that.
No, what else are we going to talk about?
Maybe I could ride it. I don't know. I don't think it would work very well. It's probably not recommended.
You got the battery operated.
Yes, I've been waiting for. I had an old electric corded one,
Boogaloo.
Push one that I don't know how long. I must have had that for.
Well,
geez.
you said you told me you got it when you bought your house.
It probably was 18 years old or something. 17.
That's amazing lifespan.
Well, I took pretty good care of it. I mean, with electric things, they don't seem to go a lot to go wrong. But I had to fix it a couple times myself and just figured it out. Like a cord would, get loose or something, and it wasn't that difficult. The blade I had to have sharpened a couple times, but I'm trying to figure out a way to. I want to find a good file to sharpen the blade myself. Because I think I could figure it out. It's just I just don't know where they. I'll have to go to a real hardware store. I think I wandered around Menards one day and
Menards.
It probably took about 6 hours, and I still never found what I was looking for. But even after asking,
I really have gotten to dislike those places because of that, and
because they're so big.
Either the people don't know anything, or you can't find somebody to answer your question.
Well.
And sometimes you just need to go to the smaller hardware store.
If I have questions, I generally... But, I've had good luck at our Menards. They have good... On the West St. Paul one. This time I didn't, but... but yeah. If you have a real question, you might as well try to track down a... But a lot of those guys that work at, or ladies that work at Menards used to work at hardware stores and that have closed
before
or something.
They were forced out of business.
Yeah. So we still have one not too far from us.
Where did you get your lawnmower?
Well, I got it from Home Depot.
Oh yeah, of course.
They have some kind of sale, and I ordered it. I did that thing where I ordered it online, and then it was there to pick up, and I got a little thank you card from the manager of the store for It's like,
Aw, isn't that sweet?
the lady was like, here's a thank you card from the manager, and I said, well, I didn't get him anything, so I don't. Or her. I think it is a her. Actually, I was accidentally sexist. There's the title for this one. Oh, I think I'm.
Something must have gone wrong.
Maybe he's getting a bite to eat.
Having some beans.
Clean, fresh beans.
This will be the shortest episode ever. This will be 19A. 19 and a half.
If we edit this properly, it will be short. Oh, hold on. What's your sky pan? Oh, that's.
Oh, that was from me.
Never
Sorry.
mind. I got
Get
excited.
your hopes up.
Hey, I got a notification. Bloop bloop.
Hey!
Oh, it's John.
So, are you gonna go see the Avengers this weekend?
Well, I don't know if we'll go this weekend, but I don't know.
Your kids probably want to see it.
Yeah, definitely.
Part 2.
I don't know why, but we're all very excited about it. I think we just kind of want to see what's going to happen. And
Who gets resurrected?
I don't know how they're going to.
It's like Easter. Yeah.
And they have a new character as the Easter Bunny.
He's Easter Bunny Christ. Yeah.
And Howard the Duck, and I don't know.
Well, it's all Disney now, so
They can have them
I
all.
think Disney bought the Easter Bunny too.
The old specials, the Christmas specials and stuff. Rankin who was the
Rankin Bass? Yeah.
Did they ever buy those? No. Disney.
I don't
I'm
actually know.
surprised Disney
but-
hasn't redone all those. They don't get into
just give it
holidays
time.
though. No, they don't
Give
do
it time.
holidays things. You can't do a holiday. That's the war on Christmas.
The War on Christmas. Oh, hey, okay.
What
There's a
about that
message.
war on Easter? That's what I hate. Ugh. Can't celebrate Easter.
Okay. So I think it sounds like Lee's hit a few roadblocks, so I think we're probably not going to... In case we decide to post this as a mini episode.
A joke. So he's definitely out.
I think he's having trouble, so at this point it's almost 7:30.
Nothing happens, nothing comes, nobody goes. It's awful.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's possible this coming weekend we could work something out.
Maybe we could try a real early. Wait.
I have no trouble getting up, really.
I don't mean real early, but
it was always when we were doing the Star Trek podcast, I would because we had so much trouble getting times. I'd suggest, well, what about Saturday morning at 9?
Yep.
And Eric would just groan.
Well,
I don't get up before noon.
jeez, I think I've only slept until noon like twice.
I don't do it very often. The last time I did it, I had a headache because I slept too long.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking old.
I'm old.
However, I do not get up as early as you.
Yeah, well, maybe you can between now and whenever he's on, you can work it out.
Yeah, come over sometime and have some college food.
I will, and
For lunch.
and have some beverages at your house. I'll invite myself over.
Well, you got to do that too, because I've still got several bottles of. I've got 2 bottles of peated Scotch.
Ah.
I would definitely like to share. So.
Oh, and I'll see you Wednesday, I think.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, Wednesday
At,
night at Mancini's Char House.
Charred bread.
Charro will be there too.
Charro. Oh, I'd go to. Oh, is she still alive? I'd see that. Charro and Gordon Lightfoot together at Mancini's with John Knowles on bass.
Yay!
Kuchi. All right.
That would be fucking amazing.
You have to earn the expletive. Wait. All right. There's the song. All right.
Well, man.
Mancini's.
Have a good night. Get
You
some
too.
rest.
Thanks for trying.
Okay, you too. Good night.
Help Lee. Okay, bye.
They give birth astride of a grave, and then light gleams an instant, and then it is night once more.
Here's the song.
clean, you've got time to lean. If you've got time to lean, then you know what I mean. So go lean on your broom, lean on the shelf in the back storeroom, but don't lean on the fryer. You're gonna set your ass on fire. You've got time to clean, you've got time to lean. If you've got time to lean, then you know what I mean. Lean on a mop, lean on your muffin top, lean on the counter. You can lean on me, brother, anytime. You've got time to clean, you've got time to lean. If you've got time to lean, then you know what I mean. If you've got time to clean, you've got time to lean. If you've got time to lean, then you know what I mean. If you've got time, if you've got time, if you've got time to clean, then you've got time to lean. And if you've got time to lean, then you know what I mean. If you've got time, if you've got time, if you've got time to clean, you've got time to lean. If you've got time to lean, then you know what I mean. If you've got time, if you've got time, you've got time to clean. You've got time to leave.